Well, welcome back everyone. So, down the plot, have a quick look round. Obviously we're going to be pulling some leeks today. Lots of them to pull up. That bed's still warming up, which we did have onions in, winter onions, which died or didn't grow very well, and we've covered it over. Obviously the daffodils are coming up. That should make a nice little sow shortly. And Brussels sprouts. So we'll be having some of these. Have that off as a Brussels top. More Brussels sprouts, and look at that. The can't still be growing. Let's have a look, see. Yeah. Bit of broccoli, amazing. Thought that finished. Oh, and some more down there. Oh, in there. I might come over a bit of broccoli today. Ah, right, now it looks like the cover's blown off of here. This is our Nero kale, and you can see where the pigeons have just been pecking it to death. So I better get that covered up again. Give it a bit of a chance to grow, really. Got to get on top of the chickweed. And we'll be picking some flower sprouts today, if there are any there. That's those few plants. Have we got anything to pick? Oh, there's a few bits there. Still not really doing a lot. A few cabbages in there to have. So, I mean, that's quite good. It keeps the birds off this little bit of netting. It doesn't look very nice, but it does do a job. So we've still got a few cabbages and some more Brussels sprouts there to have. Let's just watch digging over. A few spare leeks. The lettuce. It's not really picking up yet. I know it's early, but not a lot happening there. I think that's called endive in there, I'm not quite sure. Forgotten now. This seems to have worked. The old pigeons were attacking the plants here, and I put that cover on last time, so that saved them. So we could pick in some curly kale there, I think. There's quite a bit there to pick. This here was where the parsnips were. Some were large, some were small. A few Swedes there to come up. Looks like the mole's been having a go down the side. And I've got to repair this bed here. See where these two planks have sprung out? The post is getting it's actually getting a bit wobbly, so it needs a new post. But we're going to put some steel straps around there just to hold it in place. Much the same as this one actually. It's sort of rotted out. I mean, this is tannalised timber here we're using, and if you look at it, it's actually rotting away, which is a bit strange really. Shouldn't be doing that. But we've got to get on top of that. Must finish taking down the beans. I mean, I'm saying about you get the bean bed ready, I haven't even finished mine yet. Mind you, there's early days. Still got time. A few beetroot left in the ground still. Might be getting a bit woody then. And under here, let's have a look see. Just pull that back. And they're growing well. Quite a few cabbages in. I'll cover them back over in a minute. The dahlias all want cutting back. They've had their frost, and I've got to, this year, do something with these grapevines. They need a proper wire support. And if I get time, I'll actually build it. But it just seems one of them jobs I never get around to doing, really. Got a few bulbs coming up. That should make a nice little flower show. We'll be planting parsnips and long carrots of these again this year because it works out quite well. You can see the lavender's all been trimmed. That'll be sprouting off shortly. Bit more lavender there, I think that's a French type one. Don't know what happened to that rose swede, it just never really grew. Don't know why. See, like it's like mouse, been nibbling one or two. Yeah, definitely a mouse or something's been nibbling it. The turnips, well, we had one or two turnips, but nothing really spectacular. They never really grew, so we'll be digging them up. I mean, there's nothing really to write home about. Hey. So, oh, some kind of bug there, look. Hiding away. It's a dead bug now. Our two strawberry beds need tidying up. It looks like somebody's been digging there. Don't know what. So they both need doing. The raspberry beds, they need cutting back because obviously they don't flower on last year's wood now. They send up their new shoots, so they'll just snap off, they will. There you go. You can hear it quick. So we've got to glue that to them, both sets. Onions, well, we might dig them up or let them go to seed yet, not quite sure. The old red currant bush, that's still quite dormant at the moment. Cauliflowers are all gone. It looks like the water's actually gone down on this plot because it was absolutely floating last time we was down here when we went to wash the apples and trimmed them all back. Just checking the grease band's still in place there, that's doing good. There was actually water sitting here last time. I don't suppose it's very far away, but at least it's, yeah, that's okay. It's definitely gone somewhere, some of the water. No sign of the frogs yet. Ooh. One of my bee eyes has fell over. Just as well it's an empty box, I'll have to stand that back up in a minute. The flower garden's looking okay. Was a bit of a tidy, but it's getting there. Globe artichoke actually starting to go. Look at that nice new growth. That's where we pruned the plum tree. Gave it a winter wash. Buds are still coming up. Oh, look at this. Remember us planting this? This is the garlic. Lots of shoots there. So we should be having loads and loads of garlic this year. Oh, that's good. That was the hotbed where we was growing the peppers. And we took off the plastic covering, which is in the shed, just to stop it being battered by the winter storms really. The plastic doesn't like getting frozen, and if you get a wind as well, it tends to crack the plastic, and then it's obviously no good. So we've kept it, we took it off and put it in the shed this year. Just have a quick look at the bees. Well, we can see movement down there. Yeah, bees are flying, so that's good. Right, well, we're going to crack on. I've got to sort that bed there out. Basically, get all that off of there and build a raised bed on that section there. And that'll be for salad and stuff like that this year. Well, that's basically a quick tour, bit of a roundup. Not a lot happening, but basically down here, and we've got to start tidying up. So, get a nice day, come down and do a bit. Thanks all for watching, see you on the next one.